It's so freaking interesting talking to my colleagues who, by the way, are in the 40s, 50s. They're basically around my dad's age. And it's so interesting talking to them and how they view me and the younger generation. I asked them, what do you like about your job? And they said, I hate my job here. I don't like where I'm working. Surely, my brothers and my sisters in Christ, if you're still working, then there is something keeping you here. You must derive some sort of job satisfaction from doing what you're doing. And maybe I don't really understand this. Maybe it's just their way of it's their coping mechanism, really. A lot of people use dark humor as a coping mechanism. They joke about things, as in, sure, they acknowledge the good and the bad things of this career, their ups and downs in everything, in life, in whatever you do. It's just their way of acknowledging that, hey, by the way, there are bad things about my job, which I don't like, but overall, this job has served me well. Maybe it's just their way of coping with this, and they express it in the form of dark humor. I asked them, what is your dream career? One of my colleagues. And he basically said, I just want to die, man. I just want to die. Yeah. If I hear my dad say that, I would have a stroke. If my dad tells me, son, I have nothing left to live for, I just want to die, bro. Yeah, that's gonna make me go mad. It's gonna send me spiraling into a deep depression. The thought of my dad getting old. You see, I'm at a funny stage in my life now. I think I'm having a quarter life crisis, as you all probably would have figured out by now. It's that funny age when you start to grow older, you start to go somewhere in life, you start to have somewhat of an impact on the world. There are people depending on you. It's at that funny age where you sort of have a lot of agency, but then also you feel so helpless sometimes. You cannot control everything. Nothing seems to go as according to plan. I don't want to sound negative, but I'm at that funny age in which I see my parents growing older. They're becoming elderly. It's just a funny age, man. And there are people looking up to me, the younger generation. It's funny. It's that funny age where there are people depending on me, the young and the old alike. Little kids looking up to me, 18, 20, looking up to me as their elder. And then older people in my life, my parents, my family, they're growing old. They're becoming elderly. And I'm this middleman. It feels funny because I feel like I have a lot of responsibility, and yet I have no control in everything. It's like I was given this responsibility, but I don't know what to do with this responsibility, It's funny. It's really funny. And talking to my colleagues about it made me question my life yet once again. I asked my colleagues, do you have any advice for me? And they said, a lot of them said to me that I should be moving to a big city, because then I get to live a bit more. I get to see what's out there. There'll be more options for me. And they're not saying that I shouldn't enjoy what I'm doing at the moment. And I do agree. Like, a lot of them say I need to see what's out there to decide if this is right for me or not. What I'm doing, my colleagues, we're working in the same profession. My colleagues telling me they are low-key telling me to leave the profession. They're suggesting that I do something else. A lot of them are telling me the same thing. So I'm trying to connect the dots here. What are they trying to tell me? Are you telling me to leave this profession and pursue something else? Pursue my passion, perhaps? As a kid, I have always wanted to be a musician, a rock star, someone who performs on stage in front of an audience. I didn't care too much about money. I didn't care too much about fame. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. And yeah, that was playing guitar. That was performing. That was, I don't know, I like talking to people. I like connecting with different people. You know, the missionaries, the Christian missionaries, the people that introduced me to the faith, they were also hinting at me becoming a missionary. So that would mean I would have no or very little possession. I would be broke. I would be traveling the world. I would be living off of donation, what people give me. I don't know, I kind of like stability. I want to have somewhat of a stability in life, somewhere to call home, somewhere I can return to my wife and to my children. I like the idea of a home. I like the idea of settling. And that's why part of me wants to stay in this little country town, because I was hoping that I could find somebody here, settle down, have a family, do that sort of thing. But then the other part of me, based on what others have told me, that I'm a young person and I need to go out there, live life a little bit, experience what life is like. I don't know, changing up my career, because I still can. I ask a lot of my colleagues, if you're complaining about where you are right now, if you hate your job, why don't you move? And they told me, because I'm old, I'm too old for that. I hear the same thing over and over again. I'm too old for that. You're not too old for anything. If you want to do it, you're gonna find ways to do it. Maybe I don't understand this because like I said, I'm at that funny stage of my life. I'm not really mature, but I'm not really a kid anymore, you know? There are people depending on me. I do have somewhat of a responsibility. Not really. I mean, I could abandon everybody in my life and do whatever I please. Move to a different city. Do whatever I want. Become homeless. No, I don't think I'll be homeless. I like stability. I like to have something. Not a lot of possession, but I like to have something. Yeah, man. Talking to my colleagues, I've hinted in the past to my colleagues saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to go to med school. But not really. I want the fame and I want the status. That's what I wanted. But I can't bring myself to say it to my colleagues. But they know what I mean. I told them I just want to be that person who walks into the room and everybody wanted me to help them. Like I can help more people by becoming a doctor, as in I can do more, so to speak. I can sort of get the ball rolling in a way, because I am now making medical decisions. But now that I think about it, you don't have to be a doctor to do that. You can get the ball rolling by being a nurse still. You can get conversation started about certain things. You can suggest things to the medical team. We work as a team. We're not below doctors, or I don't know. We're not below anyone. We are equal. We are colleagues. Yeah, I sort of want that status symbol, you know. When I go to med school, of course my mom would be really happy because she can brag to her friends that, hey, my son is in med school, he's doing this. Of course that would bring good name to our family. But then I look at my colleagues' shifts. I look at them and I see there's a lot of struggling, there's a lot of sacrifice, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that. A lot of them are doing overtime. They're not really getting respected for their profession. I mean, I have a lot of respect for doctors, but not everybody does. A lot of patients, they don't like doctors. They think of doctors as people who have no time for them. They're always charting, they're always running around. I mean, they're basically responsible for the whole hospital. If you're on call and you're the only doctor there, then you pretty much have the full responsibility for delegating tasks and calling up the consultant and asking your boss, hey, this patient is experiencing this, what are we going to do? I don't know what to do. If I'm a new medical graduate and I'm on the floor, yeah, that's like, and I'm the only few doctors that are working, then pretty much I have the responsibility for the whole hospital. Anyways, yeah, they're not happy people. And if I really get down to the core fundamental question of why I want to do this, why I want to go to med school, it's because I want the status. I want people to respect me. But being a doctor does not guarantee respect. And I don't think I want that anymore. Looking at the lives of my colleagues, I don't think the sacrifice is worth it. Anyways, I'm rambling on. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I just finished work. I'm gonna go home now, study the Bible, take Bailey for a walk, and then, yeah, hang out with my family some more. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole point of the video. Hope you're doing well. Stay strong. God bless. I love you all, and I have complete faith in God and the plan that God has for me and for you. So stay strong and trust God.